Good Friday morning, Joslyn Center Facebook Live fans. My name is Jack Newby. I'm the Executive Director here at the Joslyn Center. We'll be doing an interview in a few minutes, but before we get to that, want to cover with you some of the things that are coming up here at the Joslyn Center that you want to put on your calendar. So most importantly, shingles and pneumonia vaccine clinic is coming up on Friday, April 21st at 1 o'clock. You need to bring your Medicare card, your insurance card, and a photo ID. And if you are on Medicare Part D now covers the shingles shot 100%. So again, that's shingles and pneumonia vaccine clinic, Friday, April 21st here at the Joslyn Center at 1 o'clock. And you need to sign up at our front desk. You can do that either by visiting us or you can call 760-340-3220. We're also having a fun Cinco de Mayo party hosted by Desert Oasis Healthcare. That is, of course, on May 5th. It's $10 for a ticket, so there's limited seating. Again, sign up at our front desk, 760-340-3220. But you'll need to sign up in person to pay that $10 for the ticket. So there'll be music, food, drink, a great Cinco de Mayo celebration coming up on May 5th. And here's something that our members have been asking for, and that is a driving class. So the California Highway Patrol is presenting Age Well, Drive Smart on Friday, May 26th at 11 o'clock. This is a free class taught by a CHP officer. And I'll tell you, this is the only way you want to come face to face with a CHP officer is in this class. So be sure you come in and take care of that. I'm having a little computer glitch. There we go. So again, that's Friday, May 26th at 11 o'clock. Again, a free class taught by a CHP officer and co-taught by a CHP senior volunteer. Takes about an hour, but it will really help you, and you need to sign up at 760-340-3220, or again, stop by our front desk. Finally, we have coming up, put this on your calendar, again, presented by Desert Oasis Healthcare, our Joslyn Center Spring Health and Wellness Fair. That's on Wednesday, May 31st. We'll have medical screenings, lectures, glucose screening, blood pressure screening, body mass index, and opportunity drawings for those who are in attendance. So lots of things happening at the Joslyn Center. Check out our website at joslyncenter.org. That's joslyncenter.org. You can check our calendar and find out what else is happening here. So now we're going to go into interview mode and introducing Bob Elias. We'll wait a moment for Bob to join us. There you are.
Here I am.
Bob. How are you this Friday morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So you are our Director of Social Services, and under that purview is our Meals on Wheels
Correct.
program. So first of all, tell us a little bit about you. How long have you been at the Joslyn Center, and a little bit about your background?
Well, I've been at the Joslyn Center now for 14 and a half years, which went probably pretty quick. I was in private practice for 24 years as a clinical counselor in Cleveland, Ohio. And that's what I've been doing there. And here I'm at center, and that's about it, I guess. I mean,
and how long?
24. Go ahead.
How long has the Joslyn Center been doing the Meals on Wheels program?
Since 1981.
So for over 40 years.
Yes, yes.
And this program is a little different from some of the others. It's all volunteer run. So how many volunteers work on the program with you?
I have approximately 32 volunteers. That's one volunteer a day per route. And we have 6 routes. So and all the volunteer has to do is pick a day in a route, and they will have the same day in the same route every week.
But I bet you have a need for volunteers. So if someone wants to volunteer for the Meals on Wheels program, how would they do that?
Well, you can download the volunteer application on our website under the social services section, or you can come by the center here and pick up an application, or you can give me your address and I will mail you an application.
So lots of different ways if people want to volunteer for that program. It's 1 day a week. And what time do they have to come in?
Anywhere between 8:30 and 10:30.
And there's usually maybe 5 or 6 stops on each route.
The average is about 6 to 7 stops, yes.
Great. So if anyone wants to volunteer, contact the Joslyn Center at joslyncenter.org or call 760-340-3220 and ask for Bob Elias.
There you go.
So Bob, tell us a little bit about the Meals on Wheels program. What kind of food can people expect when they sign up for the program?
Well, first of all, our caterer is Eisenhower Hospital. So all the meals are low sodium, which helps the seniors. And we get items like salmon, roast pork, loin, meatloaf, barbecue chicken, such things as that. Basically, when you fill out the menu, you have a choice to put in how many days a week you want a meal. The minimum is 3 days a week, so you can pick and choose from the menu. You don't have to say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because what if you like Tuesday, but you don't like Monday? You'll be stuck with whatever comes in on Monday. So just cross off the ones you don't want on the entire menu, and then you'll receive the ones that you do want.
That's great to hear. That's something that's good for people. They have that choice. Now, what if someone needs a meal on the weekends?
Well, oh my God, I think it was maybe 8 years ago, I got a fund to build a freezer in the center here to hold all frozen food. So we now have a large walk-in freezer in which we store our weekend meals. The caterer for the weekend meals is Sun Company, and all this is very important. All the frozen meals are low sodium. I've had people call and say, I don't like the flavor of this. I say, well, because there's no sodium in it. You know how much sodium you can have, so just whatever you can have, and that changes the flavor.
Well, and that's very important for a lot of people because sodium is salt, is primarily what we're talking about. And that's one of the things that can raise your blood pressure. And with that high blood pressure comes stroke, possible stroke, heart disease, those sorts of things. But some people have their blood pressure under control or can have a little bit of sodium. So if they sign up for the weekend meals, they're delivered frozen and they can add the salt to their personal needs and also to what their doctor suggests.
Yeah, it's correct. The meals are very good, by the way. So in fact, it's the only manufacturer that makes senior frozen meals.
Yeah, that is the manufacturer that makes the meals for Meals on Wheels program. So they're very they're very good. I tried one myself once to check it out, see what people are getting. So the Meals on Wheels program. Now, what areas does the Joslyn Center serve the Meals on Wheels?
Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, and Indian Wells only.
And with Palm Desert, we also include the
Sun City
web communities north of the 10 freeway.
Yes.
Okay. Some people aren't sure whether that's Palm Desert or not. So it's Palm Desert, including the Del Webb communities north of the 10 freeway, Rancho Mirage, and Indian Wells. So if people live in that area, how would they sign up?
Well, we have to have an application. So you fill out the application, and please read the application clearly because all of your questions are answered on the application. So you fill out the application, you return it to me, and if I get it before any Wednesday, I can start your meals the following Monday. Eisenhower needs a week notice before they deliver the meals, so I have to know a week in advance what items you want. So just make sure that you return in your Meals on Wheels application by Wednesday of each week.
Okay, that's good. That's good for people to know. And also Meals on Wheels is not someone that they receive it for an indefinite period of time. If a person has had surgery or is recovering from perhaps a fractured hip or something, or they can't get out of the house for whatever reason, they can sign up for this program and receive it for the time that they need it.
The minimum is 1 month. So when you sign up, the minimum for being on the program is 1 month.
Now, one thing I know that the Joslyn Center asks people to contribute to the cost of their meal, but even if they're not able to contribute to the cost of their meal, then it's at no cost. Is that right?
Right. It's based upon what you can afford to pay. We currently pay $6.50 for a fresh meal, and we currently buy frozen meals for $5. So if we can be reimbursed for just what we pay for the meals would be great. And if you can't, just pick the amount you feel you can afford to pay, and there's a space on the application to put that amount in.
Good news for people. If you're low income and you need this service, and it's, sometimes people are very low income and can't pay, so we want to make sure that we cover that as well.
Now, our Meals on Wheels, this is a suggestion or as a comment, our Meals on Wheels program is for homebound frail seniors only. If the senior has a caregiver, they would not qualify. If the senior is living with their children, they do not qualify, because those individuals can make their meals. So basically, it's for low income or regular senior citizens who are homebound.
So that's very important. You're homebound. You can't get out and go shopping for yourself. This isn't Grubhub, where you get your meals delivered. You have to be frail. You can't get out of the house. You're homebound. Tell me a little bit. The volunteer program is sometimes that's the only opportunity people have to have interaction with someone else for those who are living alone.
That is correct. And I have wonderful volunteers. They'll stop and talk to the individual. They'll answer any questions they have. So it isn't just dropping off the meal and leaving. It's dropping off the meal. And if the client wants to talk about anything, the volunteers are there to listen. And
that's very important, because if someone is lonely, doesn't have any interaction, that's an important aspect of it. And one of the other programs we offer here at the Joslyn Center, if they would like to become involved in that, is our friendly caller program. So we also have a volunteer that will call them and talk to them. So that's something that another added benefit to being a Meals on Wheels client here at the Joslyn Center.
Yes, exactly.
So anything else that we haven't covered about this?
I think we covered everything. No, really, just if you want an application, like I said, you can either download it from our website, and our website is joslyncenter.org. And then you go to the social services section, click that, and go down the list until you come to application for Meals on Wheels. Or I can mail it to you, or you can come by and pick it up. But believe me, every question you possibly have about the program is on the application. And if it's not there, you just give me a call and I will answer your questions.
Bob will be happy to talk to you about the program. Again, you can call 760-340-3220, and Bob is an extension 110. If you have any questions, or if you want to have an application mailed to you because you are homebound and have a hard time getting out, or can't get someone to pick up the program or print it off for you from the website, those are the ways you can get the application and get involved in this program. So I want to thank you, Bob, for joining us this morning. Thanks to our listeners and viewers. We also podcast this show, so our listeners as well. So our listeners and viewers on Facebook Live. And thank you. Have a great weekend, Bob.
Yes, thank you very much. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call.
Okay. Thank you. So everyone have a great weekend, and we will see you next week on the Interview Friday show.